Hi, yes, I'm Michael Radi, and today I'll be singing a song cut for you that I got out of some book somewhere that doesn't really make a lot of sense, and which I've already sung a million times this morning alone, and I will likely check out in the middle of singing it for you today. It's not going to be captivating at all. Shall we? Oh boy, we can do better than that. Too many people look at their audition cuts as just another opportunity to show off what their voice can do, their highest belted note, or how long they can sustain something, or some other trick. But as someone who has worked on both sides of the table, I can tell you with absolute certainty, this is a terrible idea and we can all do better. So, let's talk about how. Hello everyone, I'm Michael Radi, aka Musical Theater Writer Guy.
Musical Theater Writer Guy.
That's me. Welcome to my channel where I talk about everything musical theater from a storytelling perspective. I upload videos every other Friday, so make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell to never miss an episode. As a performer, composer-lyricist, librettist, musical director, and vocal coach, I believe that understanding effective musical theater storytelling can help theater makers of all kinds create and enjoy high-quality art and entertainment. Whether you're a performer, writer, director, designer, producer, stagehand, audience member, a professional artist aspiring, or you simply love the theater. My goal is to present you with an informational toolkit that will enhance your theatrical experiences and help to bolster your enjoyment of the theater. That thunder is sick, I love it. Today we'll be discussing the musical theater audition. Performers, musical directors, vocal coaches all need to have a good understanding of the elements that make up the best cuts, and then how to present those cuts in a way that positively captures attention and gets you remembered, if not cast. Well, I've got an audition tomorrow for the show we're about to watch, so can we get this show going? Now, when it comes to creating a great audition, there is one concept that rules over all of our choices. And if you're here watching my channel, this will come as no surprise to you. That one concept is storytelling. What? The main theme of the channel? Well, yes. Nothing can capture the attention of an audience better than a good story being told well. Period. Now, knowing how to sing and how to act are certainly necessary elements for good musical theater storytelling, but I'm going to approach this conversation today with the understanding that those skills are a given. And if they're not a given for you, please feel free to check out some of my coaching offerings and reach out. As we all know, musical theater audition prep begins with your choice of cuts. I've worked with a lot of performers over the years who really stress about the cut choices, especially when they know that they need to have 16 bar and 32 bar options available and in multiple genres. Oh, and they also have to be good, not overdone, and show off what you can really do as a performer. It's a tough task, I won't lie, but we have some great tools and knowledge at our disposal that we can use to help us find and create our audition cuts. The first thing we need to keep in mind is that the qualifiers of 16 bar and 32 bar are really hinting at the length of the cut in terms of time, not actual specific bar counts. If your accompanist is counting your bars and yelling at you because you have a 19 bar cut, then they're just being unnecessarily rude. Instead of stressing about the actual bar count, you can think of your longer cuts as being between 40 and 60 seconds, preferably straying on the shorter side, and your short cuts as being more like 20 to 40 seconds. But honestly, if it's good and you're not going heaps over the time that they had asked for, you're doing it right. Wait, but Michael, why do they even say 16 and 32 bars then? Well, the vast majority of musical theater music is written in sections called choruses that are 32 bars in length. I made a 2-episode mini-series about this, so do check that out for more information on how this works and how it helps you. These choruses are built in 8-bar phrases, which means that they are singable both in their full 32-bar form and in a truncated 16-bar form. That's where this idea comes from, at least, and it's still a really good starting place to look for your audition cuts. So, other than their actual bar count, why are these choruses useful? Each 32-bar chorus is, in and of itself, a complete argument or mini journey based around the main idea or hook of the song. Basically, it's a microcosm of the whole, since most songs have multiple choruses with dialogue or some sort of interlude between stringing them together. Why is this good? Well, If we're trying to tell a story and captivate our audience, aka the people who might hire us, then already having a structured story on the page is super useful as a foundation to build your cut. Now, you may want to make tweaks to it to make it feel more like a completed journey, but it's a great starting place. Perhaps you love the first chorus in a song, but you also want to sing the higher option, which only happens at the end of the song. Well, this is where cutting and pasting becomes your best friend. Or maybe you love this full chorus over here for your longer cut, but you prefer the lyrics in the final chorus for your shorter cut. Great, then use those. If it shows what you can do and tells a story that you can make feel full, then that's the golden ticket. Perfect, nailed it, done, booked and blessed. Well, no, now you have to tell me that story effectively. Okay, fine. How? Before we get there, I want to quickly remind you all of my upcoming challenge this weekend for performers looking to get back into auditions with a fresh perspective on their materials. I'm calling it the ARC, or the Audition Refresh Challenge, and you'll see why that name is super appropriate when you join me this weekend. This challenge goes hand in hand with what we're talking about today, so you really won't want to miss out. Now, this challenge is not for people who are already super content with their audition book, nor is it for people who aren't really looking to put in some extra work to make it better. We've got an ambulance. People don't like moving out of the way for those ambulances. This challenge is for performers who are interested in looking at their current audition material with a fresh perspective, or who are interested in reconsidering what material they have in their book and maybe what they want to keep moving forward. This challenge is going to take place tomorrow, Saturday, July 17th at 2 p.m. and Sunday, July 18th at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's all free and it's going to take place on Instagram Live. So if you're not yet following MT Writer Guy on Instagram, make sure to hop on over and get that follow going, or else you won't be able to participate in the challenge. So originally I got into teaching audition prep because I was super frustrated as a performer by the lack of good information on how to actually land your audition in the room. There were a lot of teachers at that time who were mostly just teaching the basics over and over again, or focusing on little minute details like what color fits best with your skin tone, or when you walk in, how to greet the accompanist. Not that those things aren't important, but there wasn't really information being told about how to make the audition itself great, stand out, and captivating. It was always, well, just your talent will take care of that. But that's actually just not true. So I began to gather as much information as I possibly could from successful auditioners I knew and from other teachers, and distilling that down into its most essential components. So at this point, I've been teaching audition prep technique for about 8 years, and the people I've coached have gone on to get into top-tier schools, colleges, and workshops, as well as be booked in shows of all kinds all over. And now, with theater reopening, what better time to rethink and re-energize that audition book? So make sure to grab an Instagram follow and to head on over to michaelradi.com to make sure that you are prepared. And save those times in your phone, because I cannot wait to share my thoughts with all of you this weekend and make your auditions shine even brighter. Okay, now back to my question of how do we now tell this story effectively in our auditions? This is where acting meets vocals. It's not enough to just be able to sing the crap out of something, nor is it enough to have your face telling a story that your voice isn't supporting. We need to marry the two. Performers need to sit down with their newly minted audition cut and figure out their character's journey in at least its most basic form: beginning, middle, and end. There are a lot of ways to do it, and check out the storytelling mini-series if you need ideas, or join us tomorrow. But it all boils down to, what do you want? How are you gonna get it? What's standing in your way? And what is the ending? Was a decision made? Did you get what you wanted? Did you fail? Once you know these things, you then need to figure out how you're going to use your face, body, and voice to tell that story and bring the audience along with you on your journey. The best auditions I've ever seen are the ones where we all look up because the sound is captivating, and then we can't look away because the entire package brings us along on the journey. You can do that. It just takes a little bit of groundwork first. Now, this is certainly not all of the information on how to make a great musical theater audition, but if this is your starting place, I can guarantee you that you're at least on the right track. And if you want a new tool or a fresh perspective while exploring your audition material further, make sure to join us this weekend for that challenge. Alright, fellow cast members, now it's time to hear your thoughts. If you like this video and are interested in hearing more, hit that like button and, more importantly, leave a comment below. Let me know what you thought of today's episode. Are you rethinking your cuts? Do you disagree with my thought process? Are you super strict about your bars? Or will you be joining me this weekend? The theater is a community, and I want this channel to be an extension of that community, so I really do want to hear from you. And if you'd like to become a part of our Patreon community with more information and more access to me, you can do so by clicking the link in that description below, knowing that I could not do all that I do without you and your support. The next episode will arrive in 2 weeks, but in the meantime, join us for that challenge. And you can check out some of my other videos here.
Thank you all for being here with me today, and I'll see you again soon. Cheers!
A little zoop, then a little zop. I don't know.